Two households, both alike in dignity, in the fair Verona where we lay our seed. From ancient grudge break new mutiny, where civil blood leaves civil hands unclean. From forth the fatal loins of these two foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life, whose misadventure piteous overthrows doth, with their death, bury their parent strife. The fearful passage of their death-marked love, and the continuance of their parents' rage, but for their children's end naught could remove, is now the 2 hours' traffic of our stage, the which, if you with patient ears attend, what here shall miss, our toil shall strive to mend.
Gregory, on my word, we shall not carry coals.
No, for then we should be colliers.
No, I mean if we be in choler, withdraw.
Aye, while you live, draw your neck out the collar.
I strike quickly, being moved.
But thou art not quickly moved to strike.
A dog of the house of Capulet moves me.
To move is to stir, and to be valiant is to stand. Therefore, if thou art moved, thou runnest away.
The dog of that house shall move me to stand. I will take the wall of any man or maid of Capulets.
Then that shows thee a weak slave, for the weakest goes to the wall.
True. And therefore, women being the weaker vessels are ever thrust to the wall. So I will push Capulet's maids from the wall, and thrust his men to the wall.
The quarrel is between our masters and us, their men.
'Tis all one. I will show myself a tyrant. When I'm through with the men, I'll be civil with the maids. I'll cut off their heads.
The heads of the maids?
Aye, the heads of the maids, or their maiden heads. Take it in what sense thou wilt.
They must take it in the sense that they feel it.
Me they shall feel unable to stand. 'Tis known I am a pretty piece of flesh.
'Tis well thou art not a fish. If thou hast been poor John. Draw thy tool. Here comes the house of the Capulets.
Quarrel, I will back thee.
How? Turn I back and run?
Fear me not.
No, Mary, I fear thee.
Let us take the law of our sides. Let them begin.
I'll frown as I pass by and let them take it as they list.
Nay, as they dare. I will bite my thumb at them, which is a disgrace to them, they shall bear it.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
Is the law on my side if I say aye? No, sir. I do not bite my thumb at you, sir, but I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you quarrel, sir?
Quarrel, sir.
No, sir.
If you do, I am for you. I serve as good a man as you do.
No better.
Well, sir.
Say better. Here comes one of our master's kinsmen.
Yeah, better, sir. Draw your tool if you be men.
Hey, fools! Without your swords, you know not what you do.
Oh, what benvolio art thou drawn among these heartless hinds?
I do but keep the peace. Put up thy sword and manage to depart these men.
Peace. I hate the word. Drawn and talk of peace. I hate the word as I hate hell, almost peace. And thee, turn thee, benvolio, face upon thy death!
What noise is this? Give me my long sword, come!
A crutch, why call thee for a sword?
My sword, I say! Old Montague has come and flourishes her blade in spite of me!
Thou villain Capulets!
Rebellious subjects, enemies to peace, profaners of this neighbor stain still, will they not hear? You men, you beasts, that quench the fires of your pernicious rage with purple fountains issuing from your veins, on pain of torture, throw those mistempered weapons to the ground and hear the sentence of your moved prince. 3 airy words bred by thee, old Capulet and Montague, have thrice disturbed the quiet of our streets, and made Verona's ancient citizens cast by their grave beseeming ornaments to wield old partisans in hands as old. Cankered with peace, depart your cankered hate. If ever you disturb our streets again, your lives shall pay the forfeit of the peace. For this time, all the rest, depart away. You, Capulet, shall go along with me, and Montague, come you to know our further pleasure in this case to Old Freetown, our common judgment place. Once more, on pain of death, all men depart.
Who said this ain't a whore in the brooch? Speak, nephew, were you there when it began?
You were the servants of your adversary. Years close fighting ere I did approach. I did depart them, and the instant came the fiery Tybalt. With sword prepared, which as he breathed defiance in my ears, he swung about his head and cut the winds, who hurt nothing with all his timid scorn. While interchanging thrusts and blows came more and more, and fought on part and part, till the prince came and parted either party.
Oh, where is Romeo? Seen you him today? That's right, glad he wasn't at this fray.
Madam, an hour before the opposed sun peered forth the golden window of the east, a troubled mind dragged me to walk abroad, where underneath the grove of a sycamore that west root of this city side, so early walking did I see your son. Towards him I made, but he was ware of me and stole into the covert of the woods, which, too much minded by myself, being one too many by my worthy self, pursued my humor in not pursuing his, and gladly fled from me.
Many a morning hath there ye been seen, with tears augmenting the refreshment of dew. But all so soon as the all-cheering sunshine in the farthest east begin to draw the sheety curtains from the Lord's bed. In his private chamber pens himself, shuts the windows, and locks all fair daylight out, creating an artificial night. So lacking portentousness is humor proof, unless good counsel could cause the remove.
My noble aunt, do you know the cause?
I neither know of it nor can learn of it.
Have you importuned him by any means?
Both by myself and many other friends, but he has his own affections to himself, so secret, so close, so far from sounding discovery, as is the bud bit by an envious worm, ere he could spread sweet leaves to the air, or dedicate his beauty to the sun. Could we but learn from where his sorrows grow, he would willingly give his cure to know.
See where he comes, so you please step aside. I'll gladly know his grievance, or much be denied.
Thou art so happy if thou wouldst stay to listen to true shrift.
Good morrow, cousin.
Is the day so young?
But noon struck 9.
Ay me, sad hours seem long. Was that my mother who went hence so fast?
It was, what sadness lengthens Romeo's hours?
Not having, which that makes them short.
In love?
Out.
Of love.
Out of her favor, where I'm in love.
Alas, that love so gentle in his view should be so tyrannous and rough in proof.
Alas, that view whose muffled still should without eyes see pathways to his will. Where should we dine? Oh me, what fray was here? Tell me not, for I've heard it all. It's much to do with hate, but more to do with love, and the love that I feel no love in this. Does thou not laugh?
No, cuz I'd rather weep.
Good-hearted what?
At thy good heart's oppression.
Such is love's transgression. Griefs of mine own lie heavy in my breast, and I will propagate it to have it press with more of thine. Love is a bitter sweet, a choking gall. Farewell, cuz.
So, I will go alone. If you leave me so, you do me wrong.
I'm not here. This isn't Romeo. He's some other where.
Be ruled by me. Forget to think of her.
Teach me how to forget to think.
If I give thee liberty unto thine eyes, examine other beauties.
'Tis the way. What doth their beauty serve but as a note, that I may read what passed that passing fair? Farewell, cuz. I see thou cannot teach me to forget.
I'll pay that doctrine, or else die in death.
what Montague is bound as well as I in penalty alike. 'Tis not hard, I think, for men so old as we to keep the peace.
Of honorable reckoning are you both, and pity 'tis you've lived at odds for so long. But now, my lord, what say you to my suit?
But saying over what I have said before, my child is yet a stranger in the world. She hath not seen the change of 14 years. Let 2 more summers wither in their pride, ere we may think her right to be bride.
Younger than she are happy mother's maid.
And too soon married are those so early made. The earth hath swallowed all my hopes, but she is the hopeful lady of my earth. But woo her, gentle parents, get her heart. My will to her consent is but a part, and she agrees within her scope of choice lies my consent and fair according voice. This night I hold an old accustomed feast, whereto I have invited many a guest, such as I love, you among the store. One more most welcome makes my number more. On my poor house look to behold this night, earth-treading stars that make dark heaven light. Such comfort as do lusty young men feel when well-apparelled April on the lipping heel of winter treads. Even such delight among fresh female buds shall you this night inherit in my house. Here all see, and like her most, whose merit most shall be, which on more view of many, mine being one, may stand in number, though in reckoning none. Come, go with me. Go, sir. Trudge about through fair Verona. Find those whose names are written here. And to them say, my house, and welcome on their pleasure stay.
Find what names are written here, but it is written here that the shoemaker shall whittle his yarn, the tailor his lass, the fisher his pencil, the painter his net. Oh, but to find out which names are written here have, and in good time too. If only I could read.
What, man? One fire burns out, another's burning. One pain is lessened by another's anguish. Turn giddy and behold my backward turning. One desperate grief cures another's languish. Take some new infection unto thine eye, and the right poison of the old will die.
Your plantain leaf is good for that.
For what, I pray thee?
And for your broken shin.
Why, Romeo, art thou going mad?
I'm mad, but bad as a madman is. Shut up in prison, kept without my food, whipped and tormented. Now cut in, good fellow.
Oh, good evening, sir. I pray, can you read?
I think my fortune is mine own misery.
But perhaps you learned it out of Can you read anything you see?
If I know the letters and the language. Let's see. Signor Martino and his wife and daughters, County Anselmo and his beauteous sisters, the lady widow of Truvio, Signor Placencio and his lovely nieces, Lucio and his brother Valentine, my own Capulet and his wife and daughters, my fair niece Rosalind, and Livia, Signor Valentino and his cousin Tybalt, and Lucio and lively Helena. Whither should they come?
Oh,
Whither should they come?
to our house.
Whose house?
All my masters.
Oh, well, I should have thought of that before.
Well, I shall tell you without asking, for I serve the great, rich, and powerful Capulet. So if you be not of the house of Montague, I pray you come over and crush a cup of wine. Oh, rescue Mary!
At this same ancient feast of Capulet sups the fair Rosalind, whom thou so lovest, with all the admired beauties of Verona. Go thither, and with unattainted eye compare her face with some that I shall show. I will make thee think thy swan a crow.
Oh, one fairer than my love? 'Tis no sight to be shown. The all-seeing sun never saw such a sight, since first the world began.
Turn, you saw her fair, none else being by, herself poised with herself in either eye. But in that crystal scales let there be weighed your lady's love against some other maid that I shall show, shining at this feast, and she shall scant show well, but now shows best.
I will go. No such sight, but to rejoice in splendor of mine own.
What lamb? What ladybird? God forbid, where is this girl? What's Juliet?
How now? Who calls?
Your mother.
Madam, I am here. What is your will? This is the matter. Nurse, give leave awhile. We must talk in secret. Nurse, come back. I remembered me. Thou hearest our counsel. Thou knowest my daughter's of a pretty age.
Faith, I can tell her age into an hour.
She's not 14.
I'll lay 14 out of my teeth that be it spoken I have before. She is not 14. How long is it till Amistad?
A fortnight and odd days.
Even or odd, of all days of the year, from Lammas eve at night shall she be 14. Susan and she, God rest all Christian souls, were of an age. Susan is with God, she was too good for me. But, as I said, from Lammas eve at night shall she be 14. That she shall. Mary, I remember it well. 'Tis since the earthquake now, 11 years, that she was weaned. I never shall forget it, for she could have run and waddled all about. And even the day before she broke her brow, and my husband, whew, God rest his soul, was a merry man, took up the child. Yea, quoth he, dost thou fall upon thy face? Thou wilt fall backwards when thou hast more wit, wilt thou not, Jewel? And it stinted and said I, to think now that a jest should come about.
Enough of this. I pray thee hold thy peace.
Yes, madam. And yet can't help but to laugh to think how the pretty little wretch left crying and said I. And she had a perilous knock, and she cried bitterly. Yea, quoth my husband, dost thou fall upon thy face? Thou wilt fall backwards when thou comest of age, wilt thou not, Jewel? And it stinted and said I.
And stint thou too, nurse, I pray thee, say I.
Peace I have done. God mark thee to his grace, thou wast the prettiest babe I e'er did nurse. If I live to see thee married once, I have my wish.
Mary. That Mary is the very theme I came to talk of. Tell me, daughter Juliet, how stands your disposition to be married? It is an honor I dream not of.
If I were not thine only nurse, I would say thou hast sucked wisdom from thy teat.
Think of marriage now. Younger than you here in Verona, ladies of esteem are already made mothers. By my count, I was your mother much upon these years that you are now a maid. Thus then, in brief, the valiant Paris seeks you for his love.
A lady, oh my lady, such a man. A man is all the world. Well, he's a man of wax.
Verona summer hath not such a flower.
Nay, a flower, and very faith a flower.
What say you? Can you love the gentleman? This night you shall behold him at our feast. Read o'er the volume of young Paris's face and find delight with their beauty's pen. Examine every married lineament, see how one another leads content, and what obscured volume in that fair volume lies, unwritten in the margin of his eyes. The fish let into sea and 'tis much pride, for the fairing of the fair did to hide. And that book in many eyes doth share the glory that in golden clasps loves the golden sword. So shall you share all he doth possess by making yourself no less.
No less, nay bigger. Women grow by men.
Speak briefly. Can you like of Paris's love? I'll look to like, if looking like you move. When no more deep wine dart my eye, when your consent gives strength to make it fly.
Madam, the guests are come, supper served. You are called for, asked for. My nurse, cursed in the pantry, in great extremity too. Henceforth, I beseech you, follow me straight. Come, come.
We follow you. Juliet, the county stays.
Go girls, seek happy nights to happy days.
the speech be spoken for our excuse, or shall we on without apology?
The date is out of such prolixity. We'll have no Cupid hoodwinked with a scarf, bearing a tartar's painted gold lad, scaring the ladies like a crow keeper. Nor no without look prologue after the prompter fate we spoke for our entrance. But let them measure us by what they will, and we'll measure them a measure and be gone.
A torch for me. I'm not for this ambling. Being but heavy, I will bear the light.
Oh, nay, gentle Romeo. We must have you dance.
Dance? Nay. 'Tis you with the dancing soul, with nimble shoes. I have a soul of lead that so stakes me to the ground I cannot move.
You're a lover. Borrow Cupid's wings and soar with them above a common bound.
Too sword pierced with his arrow to soar with his light wings. Under love's heavy burden do I sink.
And to sink in it should you burden love. Too great oppression for a tender thing.
Is love a tender thing? It's too rude, too rough, and too boisterous, and it pricks like thorn.
If love be rough with you, be rough with love. Prick love for the pricking and you beat love down. Now, give me a case to put my visage in. A visor for a visor. What care I what curious eye doth quote before me? Here are the beat of brows shall blush for thee.
Knock and enter, and no sooner in with every man who take him to the delays.
You want me, a torch for me. I'll be a candle holder and look on. The game was never so fair, and I'm done.
Tut, done's the mouse. If thou art done, we'll draw thee from the mire. For save your reverence, love, wherein thou stickest up to the ears. Come, we burn daylight. Ho!
It is not so.
I mean, sir, in delay. We waste our lights in vain, like lamps by day. Take our good meaning, for our judgment sits 5 times in that, ere once in our 5 wits.
We mean well going to this mask, but there's no way to go.
Why may one ask?
I had a dream tonight.
And so did I.
What was yours?
The dreamers often lie.
In bed of sleep while they do dream things true.
Oh, then I see Queen Mab hath been with you. She is the fairy's midwife, and she comes in shape no bigger than an agate stone on the forefinger of an alderman, drawn by a team of little atoms over men's noses as they lie asleep. Her wagon spokes made of long spinner's legs, the cover of the wings of grasshopper, the traces of the smallest spider's webs. Her collars are the moonshine's watery beams. Her wagoner, a small gray-coated gnat, not half so big as a round little worm picked from the lazy finger of a maid. Her chariot is an empty hazelnut, made by the joiner squirrel or old grub. Time out of mind the fairy's coachmaker. And in this state she gallops, night by night, through lovers' brains, and then they dream of love. Or courtiers' knees who dream on curtsies straight. Or lawyers' fingers who straight dream on beads. Or ladies' lips who straight on kisses dream, which oft the angry mad with blisters plays, because their breasts with sweetmeats tainted all. Sometimes she drives over the courtier's nose, then dreams he of smelling at his soup. And sometimes she comes with the tide-picked tail, tickling a parson's nose as he lies asleep. Then dreams he of another benefice. And sometimes she driveth over a soldier's neck. And then dreams he of cutting foreign throats, breaches, ambuscados, Spanish blades.
Peace, Mercutio. Thou talkst of nothing.
True. I talk of dreams, which are the children of an idle brain, begot of nothing but vain fantasy, as thin a substance as the air, more inconstant than the wind, who woos even now the frozen bosom of the north, and being angered, turns away from thence to the dew-dropping south.
This wind you talk of blows us from ourselves. Supper is done, and we shall come too late.
I fear too early. Although, he who hath the steerage of my course, direct my suit. On, lusty gentlemen.
Strike, drum.
Hey!
take away. He shipped a trencher, he scraped a trencher.
'Tis a foul thing when good manners shall lie in the hands of one or two men, and they unwashed too.
Look to the maid, away with the court cupboards, and as thou love me, will you send me a piece of the marchpane? Also, allow Susan Grindstone to be leaded by the porter, as well as Nell.
Aye, boy, for the longer live take all.
Well done. Anthony Poppin! You are looked for and searched for in the great chamber!
Welcome, gentlemen. Ladies that have their toes unplugged with corns will have a bout with you. My mistresses, which of you all will now deny to dance? She that makes dainty, she all swear hath corns. Might come near you now? Welcome, gentlemen. I have seen the day that I have worn a visor, and could tell a whispering tale in a fair lady's ear, such as would please. Ah, 'tis gone, 'tis gone. You are welcome, gentlemen.
Come, musicians, play! Ho, give room! And foot it, girls! More light, you knaves! Turn the tables up! Quench the fire, the room is grown too hot!
Ah, Sarah, this unlooked for sport comes well. Nay, sit, good cousin Capulet, for you and I are past our dancing days. Since last when yourself and I were in a mask?
By Our Lady? 30 years?
What, 'tis not so much, 'tis not so much. 'Tis since the nuptial of Lucentio, come Pentecost as quickly as it will, some 25 years, then we masked.
Nay, sir, his son is 30, his son is elder.
You tell me that? The son was but a ward 2 years ago.
What lady is that? What doth in written hand of yonder knight?
I know not, sir.
She did teach the torches to burn bright, as if she hangs upon the cheek of night. Did I love till now? For swear at sight, well, I never saw true beauty till this night.
This by his voice should be a Montague. Our foe. What, there's a slave come hither this night to clear and scorn at our solemnity? Well, by the stock and honor of my kin, to strike him dead, I think it not a sin.
Why, how now, kinsman? Wherefore storm you so?
Uncle, this is a Montague, our foe, come hither to fleer and scorn at our solemnity.
Young Romeo, is it?
Aye, 'tis that villain Romeo.
Content thee, gentle cubs. Let him alone. Bears him like a portly gentleman. And to say truth, Verona brags of him to be a virtuous and well-governed youth. I would not, for the wealth of all the town here in my house, do a disparagement. Therefore be patient. Take no note of them.
No.
It is my will, to which if thou respect will show a fair presence and put off these frowns, an ill-beseeming semblance for a feast.
Such a semblance is fitting when such a villain is the guest. I'll not endure him.
He shall be endured.
I will not endure him.
I say he shall.
Uncle.
Go to. Am I the master here, or you?
Uncle.
If you've got your men, my soul, you'll make a mutiny among my guests.
Uncle, 'tis a shame!
Go to! Saucy boy. Is so indeed. This trick may chance to escape you, I know what. You must contrary me. Marriage is time. Well, send my hearts. You princox. Go. Be quiet, or more light, more light! For shame, I will make you quiet.
Patience, perforce this will recall a meeting makes my heart tremble at their skillful greeting. I will withdraw, but this intrusion now seeming sweet shall surely convert to bitter gall.
If I profane with my unworthiest hand my lips 2 pilgrims ready stand to roof that, to smooth that rough touch with a tender kiss.
Like a good pilgrim, you do on your hand too much. Manly devotion shows in this. For saints have hands that pilgrims do touch, and palm to palm is holy palmer's kiss.
Have not saints lips and holy palmers too?
I, pilgrim, lips that they must use in prayer.
Well then, let lips do what hands do. They pray. Grant thou, lest fate turn to despair.
Saints do not move. Though, great, for prayer's sake.
Well then move not while my prayer's effect I've taken. My lips by thine, my sin is purged.
Then have mine the sin that they have took.
Oh, trespass sweetly urged. Give me my sin again.
You kiss by the book.
Madam, your mother craves a word with you.
What is her mother?
Mary Bachelor. Her mother is the lady of the house and kind and virtuous. I nursed her daughter that you talked with of. I'll tell you, anyone that can lay hold of her shall have the chinks.
Is she a Capulet? Oh, dear account. My life is my foe's debt.
Come! We must away.
So,
The fort is at its best.
so I fear, the more is my unrest.
Nay, gentlemen, prepare not to be gone. We've a foolish traveling banquet towards. So deem so. Well then, I thank you. I thank you, honest gentlemen. Good night. More torches, sir! Come on, let's all to bed. Sir, I'm on my face waxes late. I'll to my rest.
Come hither, nurse. What is yon gentleman?
I think that's the young Petruchio.
What's he that follows here that would not dance?
Ooh, that's the son and heir of old Tiberio.
What's he that is now going out of door?
I know not.
Ask his name, for if he married, my grave is like to be my wedding bed.
His name is Romeo in a Montague, the son of your great enemy.
My only love, sprung from my only hate, too early seen, unknown, and known too late. Prodigious birth it is to me that I must love my loathed enemy.
What's this?
A rhyme I learned even now from when I danced with all.
Anon, anon, come let's away, the strangers are all gone.
I go forward when my heart is here? Turn back, dull earth, and find thy center out.
Romeo! Romeo! My cousin! Romeo!
His wives. I saw him home to bed.
Oh, he had put himself alone this wall. Call, good Mercutio.
Oh nay, I'll conjure too. Romeo, humors, passion, madman, lover. Appear thou in the likeness of a sigh. but one rhyme, and I am satisfied. Cry, but ah me! The ape is dead, and I must conjure him. I conjure thee by Rosaline's bright eyes, by her high forehead and her scarlet lip, by her fine foot, straight leg, and quivering thigh, and the immenseness of their adjacent lives, that in thy likeness thou appear to us. And if he hear thee, thou wilt anger him. This cannot anger him. 'Twould anger him to raise a mistress in his, spirit in his mistress' circle, of some strange nature, till she hath laid it and conjured it down. That was in spite. My invocation is fair, and in his mistress' name, I conjure only but to raise him up.
He hath hid himself among these trees to be consorted with the humorous knight. Blind is his love, that best befits the dark.
If love be blind, love cannot hit the mark. Now will he sit under a medlar tree and wish his mistress were that kind of fruit as maids call medlars as they laugh alone. Oh, Romeo, that she were an open arse and now a poplar pear. Romeo, good night. I'll to my truckle bed. This field bed's too cold for me to sleep. Come, shall we go?
Oh then, it's just in vain. To seek him here means to not be found.
He just had scars that never felt a wound. But soft. What light through yonder window breaks? Oh, it is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill that envious moon, who's so sick and pale with grief that thou her maid art more fair than she. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand? Oh, that I were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek.
Ay me.
She speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel.
Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father, and refuse thy name, for, if thou wilt not, be but sworn my love, and I shall no longer be a Capulet.
Should I hear more, or should I speak of this?
'Tis but my name, thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's a Montague? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. A rose by any other name would smell sweet. So, my Romeo, were he not Romeo called, would retain that dear perfection which he owes without that title. Oh, Romeo, doff thy name, and for that name which is none of thyself, take all of me.
I will take thee at thy word, and I will never be Romeo.
What man art thou so discreet and knight who stumbles upon my counsel?
By thy name, I know not how to tell thee who I am, for I am an enemy to thee. If I had the name written, I would tear the word.
My ears have not yet heard 100 words of thy tongue's utterance, yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo? And a Montague?
Neither, fair maid, if either thee dislike.
How camest thou hither? Tell me, and wherefore the orchard walls are high and hard to climb, the place death considering who thou art, if any of my kinsmen find me here.
By love did I overperch these walls, for stony limits cannot hold love out, and therefore your kinsmen are no stop to me.
If they do see thee, they will murder thee.
Alack, there lies more peril in thine eyes than 20 of their swords.
But not for the world they saw thee here.
But thy love me, let them find me here, for my life were better ended by their hate than death prorogued wanting of thy love.
By whose direction didst thou find us out this place?
By love did first prompt me to inquire, and I'm no pilot, yet wert thou As far washed shore with the farthest sea, I should adventure for such merchandise.
Thou knowest the mask of night is on my face, else would have made him blush to paint my cheek for that which thou hast heard me speak tonight. O gentle Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully. Or, if thou thinkest I'm too quickly won, I will frown and be perverse and say thee nay, so thou wilt woo. But else not for the world, dear Montague. In truth, I am too fond. So, thou mayest think my behavior light, but trust me, gentlemen, I will prove more true than those who have the cunning to be strange.
So thrive my soul.
Dost thou love Romeo?
I swear by the yonder blessed moon.
Swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon that nightly doth change in her circle orb, unless thy love prove likewise variable.
What shall I swear by?
Swear by thy gracious self, which is the god of my idolatry, and I will believe thee.
By my heart's true love, I swear.
Or do not swear at all. Though I joy in thee, I have no joy in this contract tonight. It is too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too like the lightning which doth cease to be ere one can say it lightness. Sweet, this beauteous love may prove to be summer's ripening flower when next we meet. Good night.
Canst thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
Love's faithful vow for mine.
But I did give it to thee ere you did request it. Yet I would, if were to give again.
Wouldst thou withdraw it? For what reason?
To be frank and give it back to thee. I wish but for the thing that I have. My bounty is as boundless as the sea. My love as deep. The more that I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite.
Juliet!
I hear some noise within. Good night, dear Montague. Stay but a little. I will come again.
Oh, blessed night, I'm afeard this is but a dream. Too sweet to be substantial.
3 words, dear Romeo, and then good night indeed. If thy bent of love be honorable, they purpose marriage. Send me word tomorrow by one I'll procure to come to thee, where and what time you will perform the rite, and all my fortunes at thy feet I'll lay, and follow thee, my lord, throughout the world.
Madam!
Anon I come. But if thou meanest not what, do beseech thee.
Madam!
By and by I come! To cease thy strife, and leave me to my grief. Tomorrow I will send.
So thrive my soul.
1,000 times good night.
1,000 times worse to want thy light.
Hist, Romeo, hist! Oh, I would have falconed his tongue that could draw thee tassel gentle back again. What time shall I call thee to perform the rite?
By the hour of 9.
I will not fail. 'Tis 100 years till then. I have forgot why I did call thee back.
I will wait here till thou remember it.
I shall soon forget, remembering how I love thy company. Oh, sweet. Good night. Good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow, then I shall say good night till it be morrow.
Now, ere the sun advances burning out, day to cheer and night's dank dew to dry, I must upfill this osier cage of ours with baleful weeds, and precious juice flowers. The earth that's mother's nature, that is her tomb. And what is her bearing grave? That is her womb. And from her womb children of diverse kind, we suckling on her natural bosom find. Many for many virtues excellent, none but for some, and yet all different.
Good morning, Father.
Benedicte, what early tongue is this that so sweet salute me? Young son, it argues a distempered head so soon to bid good morrow to thy bed. Care keeps his watch in every old man's eye, and where care lodges, sleep will never lie. But where unbruised youth with unstuffed brain couches limbs, their golden sleep doth reign. Therefore thy earliness doth me assure, thou art uproused with some distemperature. Or if not so, here I hit it right, our Romeo hath not been in bed tonight.
That last is true. The better sleep was mine.
God pardon sin, was that with Rosaline?
Oh, Rosalind, no. Oh, no. I'd forgotten that name, and that name's woe.
That's my good son. But where hast thou been then?
I've been feasting with mine enemy, and on a sudden one who had been hurt by me had hurt me, and both of our remedies lie in thy help.
Be plain, good son, and homely in thy drift. Riddling confession finds but riddling shrift.
My heart lies with dear Capulet's daughter. Oh, I pray thee consent to marry us today.
Holy Saint Francis! What a change is here! Is Rosaline that thou didst love so dear, so soon forsaken? Young men's love then lies not truly in their hearts, but in their eyes. Jesu Maria, what a deal of brine hath washed your sallow cheeks for Rosaline. How much salt water thrown away in waste to season love that of it doth not taste. Lo, upon thy cheek doth sit the stain of an old tear not washed off yet. And if e'er thou wast thyself in these woes thine, thou in these woes were all for Rosaline. And art thou changed? Pronounce this sentence then. Women may fall when there's no strength in men.
Thou chidest me off for loving Rosaline.
For doting, not for loving, people mine.
And thou badest me bury love.
Not in a grave to lay one in, another out to have.
'Tis her I love now, for grace and love allow. The other did not so.
Oh, she knew well. Your love did read by road that could not spell. But come, young waverer, come go. In one respect, all thy assistant be. For this alliance should so happy prove to turn your household's rancor to pure love.
Oh, we must hence, I stand on sudden haste.
Wisely and slow, they stumble that run fast.
Where's Mercutio?
What ho! Marky!
Nope. Oh. I hope Romeo is all right. Could be in a ditch. In the sky.
Where the devil should this Romeo be? Maybe not home tonight?
Not to his father's. I spoke with his man.
That same pale, hard-hearted wench, that Rosaline, torments him so that he will sure run mad.
Tybalt, the kinsman to old Capulet, has sent a letter to his father's house.
challenge on my life.
Romeo will answer it.
Any man that can write may answer a letter.
Nay, he won't answer the letters, master. How he dares being dared?
Alas, poor Romeo, he is already dead. Stabbed with the white wench's black eye, shot through the ear with the love song, the very pin of his heart cleft with the blind bow boy's butt shaft. Is he a man to encounter Tybalt?
Why, what is a Tybalt?
More than queen of cats, I could tell you. She is the courageous captain of compliments. She fights as you sing prick song, keeps time, distance, proportion, 1, 2, and the third in your bosom. The very butcher of a silk button. A duelist, a duelist. Ah, the immortal pasado, the punto, reverso, the hit.
A what?
Pox of such antic lispings, affected fantasies, these tuners of accent. By Jesu, a very good blade, a very tall lady, a very good whore. What, is it not a lamentable thing, grand sir, that we should be thus afflicted with these strange flies? These fashion mongers, these pardon me's, stand so much on the new form they cannot sit at ease on an old bench. Oh, their bones, their bones.
Oh, here's Romeo.
Without his roe, like a dried herring. Oh, flesh, how art thou fishified? Now he's for the numbers Petrarch flowed in. Senor Romeo, bonjour. There's a French salutation for your French slop. You gave us the counterfeit fairly last night.
Good morrow to you both. What counterfeit have I given you?
The slip, sir. The slip. Can you not conceive?
The good Mercutio, my business was great. And in a case such as mine, a man may strain courtesy.
That's as much to say, a case such as yours constrains a man to bound the hands.
Meaning to courtesy.
Thou hast most kindly hit it.
Courteous exposition.
Oh, nay, I'm the very pink of courtesy.
Pink for flower.
Right.
And why then is my pump well flowered?
Oh, sure, wait. Follow me this jest then. When thou hast worn out thy pump, until the single soul of it is worn, the jest may remain after the wearing solely singular.
Solely singular jest? It's solely singular for the singleness.
Come between us, good Benvolio. Must Spain.
Spits and spurs! Spits and spurs are all cry a match.
Oh, nay. For if thy wit runs the wild goose chase, I'm done. For thou hast more of the wild goose in one of thy wits than I'm sure I have in my whole 5. Was I there with you for the goose?
Thou wert with me for anything when thou wert with me for the goose.
Bite you by the ear for that, Jess.
Nay, good goose, bite not.
Please, stop there.
Peter,
Cuddy Gooden.
my fan, Peter?
Oh, good Peter, to hide her face. For the fans, the fair her face.
God ye good morrow, gentlemen.
God ye good and fair gentle.
Is it good?
Oh, 'tis no less, I tell ye. For the body hand of the dial is now upon the prick of noon.
Out with you. What a man are you?
One that God hath made himself to mar.
For himself to mar. Gentlemen, can any of you tell me where I might find the young Romeo?
I can tell you, for I am the youngest of that name, for fault of a worse.
You say well.
Oh, yea, is the worst well? Very well token, Fate. Wise.
If you be he, sir, I desire some confidence with you.
Oh, will she indict him to some supper?
What hast thou found?
Oh, no hair, sir. Unless a hair, sir, in a Lenten pie. That is something stale and poor ere it be spent. Oh, an old hair whore, an old hair whore is very good meat in the land. But an old hair whore is too much for a score. When it whores ere it be spent. Romeo, will thou come to thy father's? Will to dinner thither?
I will follow you.
Farewell, ancient lady. Farewell. Oh, lady. Oh, lady. Lady.
Pray you, sir, a word. Who is that saucy merchant that is so full of his roguery?
One that loves to hear himself talk. He can talk more in a minute than he'll stand in a month.
And if he shall say anything against me, I'll take him down. And if I can't, I shall find those that shall. Scurvy knave.
Scurvy knave!
I'm none of his fate bills. I'm none of his schemes mates. And that you should stand by and let every man use me at his pleasure.
I saw no man use you at his pleasure. If I had, surely my own weapon would have been out. Had the law been on my side.
Pray you, sir, my lady bid me inquire you out, but what she bade me say I will not tell ye.
Oh, commit me to thy lady. I protest unto thee.
My young lady is the sweetest lady. And if you should lead her in a fool's paradise, it would be a very gross kind of behavior. And if you should deal double with her, then it would be a very ill thing for a young gentlewoman.
Oh, what dost thou say? Now dost thou mark me?
In faith, I will say that I will give her my word. She will be a very joyful woman.
And bid her devise some means to come to shrift this afternoon. There she will at Friar Lawrence's cell be shrift and married. Here's for thy pains.
Not a penny, sir.
Oh, I say you shall.
No, not a penny. This afternoon, sir, she will be there.
Oh, and good nurse, stay behind the abbey wall, for within the hour my man will be with thee, and bring thee braid of tackled stair.
Hark you, sir. Did you near her say that two may keep counsel, keeping one away?
Hi, my man's as true as steel.
There is a nobleman named Harris, and he would lame fay knife aboard. But she see a toad, a very toad I see him. I anger her sometimes to say that Paris is the more proper man. But when I do, she looks as pale as any clout in the versal world.
Commend me to thy mistress.
Aye, 1,000 times. Peter!
Anon.
Before in a pace.
Struck 9 when I did send the nurse. In half an hour she promised to return. Chance you cannot meet her. No, that's not so. She's lame. Now is the sun upon the highmost hill of this day's journey, and from 9 till 12 is 3 long hours, yet she is not come. Had she affections and warm youthful blood, she'd be as swift in motion as a ball. And my words would bandy her to my sweet love, and his to me. Oh, but many old folks feign as though they were dead, unwieldy and slow, heavy and pale as lead. Here she comes. Nurse, hast thou met with him? Why, send thy man away.
Peter, stay at the gate.
Nurse, tell me what says Romeo.
Give me leave a while. Can you see that I'm a-weary? Oh, how my bones ache. What a jaunt have I had.
I would I had thy bones and thy news. Now, tell me, sweet nurse, what says my Romeo?
You know not how to choose a man. Romeo, no, not he, though his face is be as handsome as any man's, and his leg excels all men's, and a hand and a foot, and a body that shall not be talked on, but is past compare. Go thy ways, wench, serve God. Have you dined?
No, Chris, all this I did know before. Now tell me, what says Romeo of our marriage? What says he of that?
Oh, how my head aches. What a head have I. Oh, shrew your heart for sending me to catch my death, jauncing up and down.
My faith, I am sorry that thou art not well. But I pray thee, nurse, good nurse, speak. Tell me, what says my Romeo?
Your lover says, like an honest, and a courteous, and a kind, and I warrant you are virtuous. Where is your mother?
She is within. Where should she be? Oh, how strange are those replies. Your lover says like a courteous gentleman. Where is your mother?
Do you have leave to go to shrift today?
I have.
Then hie you to the church, to Friar Lawrence's cell. There stays a husband to make you a wife. Now the wanton blood comes into your cheeks. You'll be scarlet straight if any use. Hie you to the church. I must another way, to fetch a ladder by the which your love must climb a bird's nest at night. For I am the drudge, and toil in your delight. But you shall bear the burden soon at night. Out to dinner, hie you to the cell.
Hie to high fortune. Honest nurse, farewell.
So smile the heavens upon this holy act, that after hours with sorrow chide us not.
Amen, amen. I cannot countervail the rejoice that gives me in her presence. It's but enough that I may call her mine.
These violent delights have violent ends, and in their triumph die, like fire and powder, which as they kiss consume. The sweetest honey is loathsome, its own deliciousness, and in the taste confounds the appetite. Therefore, love moderately. Long love doth so. Too swift arrives as tardy as too slow. Here comes the lady. Oh, so light a foot will ne'er wear out the everlasting flint. A lover may bestride the gossamers that idles in the wanton summer air, and yet not falls, so light is vanity.
Good even to my ghostly confessor.
Romeo shall thank thee for us to walk guard.
As much thanks to him, else his thanks is too much.
Come, come, and we will make short work. For by your leaves you shall not stay alone till Holy Church incorporate two in one.
All right, we're going to take a brief intermission. Feel free to get concessions or use the restroom, what have you. Thank you.
Ella ơi cái chồng, ella ơi cái chồng, cô con, cô, yeah, you don't pay time away.
I don't know. They haven't played the bass right now. I'm playing the bass a lot.
You're on the key guitar one.
Yeah. I haven't played the other guitar in a long time.
Let me tell you something. Justin took missed two. If Justin had missed two, we would be missed two. I mean, my friends go, what's wrong? Yeah, we're not going to take them this week. But it's been that my guys are living like I'm watching Romeo and Juliet. Well, we won't spoil it. You know, it's coming up. But it's been cool.
Very good. Yes.
I will.
Mercutio, let's retire. The day's hot, the Capulets abroad. And if we meet, we shall not escape a brawl. For these hot days is the night blood stirring.
Thou art like one of these fellows, that when he enters the confines of a tavern, claps me his sword upon the table, and says, God, send me no need of thee. But by the operation of the second cup, draws him on the drawer, when indeed there is no need.
Am I like such a fellow?
Thou art as hot a jack in thy mood as any in Italy, and as soon moved to be moody, and as soon moody to be moved.
And what for?
Oh, nay. And there were two such, we should soon have none, for one would kill the other. What, thou? Thou wilt quarrel with a man who hath a hair more or a hair less in his beard than thou hast. Thou wilt quarrel with a man for cracking nuts, having no other reason than because thou hast hazel eyes. And what eye but such an eye should spy out a quarrel? Thy head is as full of quarrels as an egg is full of meat, and yet thy head hath been beaten as apple is an egg for quarreling. Thou hast quarreled with a man for coughing in the street, because he hath wakened thy dog that lay asleep in the sun. Didst thou not fall out with the tailor for wearing his new doublet before Easter? With another for tying his new shoes with an old ribbon. And thou wilt tutor me for quarreling?
And I were so apt to quarrel as thou art. Any man should buy the fee simple of my life for an hour and a quarter.
The fee, simple, oh, simple.
Oh. By my head, here come the Capulets.
By my heels, I care not.
Follow me closely, for I will speak to you. Gentlemen, good in. A word with one of you?
And but one word with one of us? Couple it with something. Make it a word in love.
I shall be apt enough to that, sir, if thou shalt give me reason.
Can you not take some reason without giving?
Mercutio, thou consortest with Romeo.
Consort. What do thou make us minstrels? And thou make minstrels of us look to hear nothing but discords. Here's my fiddlestick. Here's how this shall make you dance. Sounds, consort.
We talk here in the public haunt of men. Either withdraw into some private place and coldly reason of your grievances somewhere else, or else depart. Here all eyes gaze on us.
Men's eyes were made to me, and let them gaze. I will not budge for no man's pleasure.
Well, peace be with you, sir. Here comes my man.
I'll be hanged if he should wear your livery. Go before the field. He'll be your follower. Your worship in that sense may call him man.
Romeo, the love I have for thee can bear no better word than this. Thou art a villain, and therefore...
Tybalt, the reason I have to love thee doth much excuse the appertaining rage to such a breeding. Villain am I none, therefore thou knowest me not.
Boy! This does not excuse the injuries thou hast done me, therefore turn and draw.
I protest, I never injured thee. I only love thee better than thou canst devise.
You mock me, sir.
Good Capulet, whose name I cherish better than my own, be satisfied.
Oh, calm, wild, dishonorable submission. Ala Stoccata carries it away. Tybalt, you rat catcher! Will you walk?
What wouldst thou have with me?
Oh, good queen of cats, nothing but one of your 9 lives, which I mean to make bold withal. And if you shall use me hereafter, drive, beat the rest of
Oh,
you.
I'm so for you!
Lucian, put thy fists away.
Come, sir, your passata.
Tybalt, hold! Mercutio, no! Mercutio, no! Oh, I'm hurt! Ha! Plague them both your houses! I'm scared!
Was he gone and hath nothing? Oh.
What art thou hurt?
Oh, aye, a scratch. Mary, 'tis enough. Oh, villain, fetch a surgeon!
You're a rich man, the hurt cannot be much.
No, 'tis not so deep as a well, nor so wide as a church door, but 'tis enough. 'Twill serve. As for me tomorrow, you shall find me a grave man. Oh. Pepper for this world I've worn. Oh, plague on both of your houses. Oh, dog, rat, mouse, cat, to scratch him into death. Oh, braggart, rogue, villain. What the devil came between us? I was hurt under your arm.
I thought it all for the best.
Benvolio, help me into some house or I shall faint. Oh, plague on both your houses. They've made worms meat of me. Oh, heaven, sound too. Oh, your house.
Mercutio. The prince is near ally, my dear friend. A Tybalt that's slain. He'd been my cousin but an hour ago. Oh, sweet Juliet, thy beauty has made me effeminate, and in thy rage softened valor's steel.
Oh, Romeo! Romeo, brave Mercutio's dead. The gallant spirit hath inspired the clouds, which too untimely here did scorn the earth.
Oh, this day's dark fate on more days doth depend. It but begins the woes others must end.
Oh, here comes the furious Tybalt, back again.
Back again? In triumph? And Mercutio slain? Oh, way to heaven, respective divinity. Fury be my conduct now. Tybalt, you may take the villain back again. For Mercutio's a little bit ways above our head. Neither thou or I or both must go with him.
Mercutio slain? Well, boy. He that did consult with him here shout with him hence.
We shall see to that.
Romeo! Away, be gone! The citizens are up, and Tybalt slain. Stand not amazed, the prince will doom thee death if thou art taken. Hence, be gone, away.
I am fortune's fool.
Why dost thou stay? Go!
Halt! Which way ran thee that killed Mercutio? Where be he?
There lies that Tybalt.
Halt! I charge in the prince's name. You will obey.
Where are the foul beginners of this fray?
Oh, noble prince, I can discover all the unlucky manage of this fatal brawl. There, slain, is slew by young Romeo, that slew thy kinsman, brave Mercutio.
Tybalt! My cousin! Oh, my brother's child! Oh, prince! Oh, husband! The blood is spilled of my dear kinsman.
Benvolio.
As thou art true for the blood of our shed, the blood of Montague.
Benvolio, who began this bloody fray?
Tybalt, here slain, whom Romeo's hand did slay. Romeo had spoken fair, bid him bethink how nice the quarrel was, and urged with all your high displeasure. All this uttered with gentle breath, calm look, knees humbly bowed, could not take truce with the unruly spleen of Tybalt, deaf to peace, but that he tilts with piercing steel at bold Mercutio's breast, who all as hot turns deadly point to point, and with the other turns cold death, and with the marital scorn, and with the one hand beats cold death aside, and with the other sends it back to Tybalt, whose dexterity retorts it. But by and by, Romeo, he cries aloud, "Hold, friends! Friends, hark!" And swifter than his agile tongue, his fatal points. His agile arm beats down their fatal points, and twixt them wrestles. Whose, underneath whose arm, an envious thrust from Tybalt hit the life of stout Mercutio, and then Tybalt fled. But by and by, it comes back to Romeo, who had but newly entertained revenge. And to it they go like lightning, for ere I could draw to part them was stout Tybalt slain. And as he fell, did Romeo turn and fly. This is the truth, or let Benvolio die.
He is the kinsman of Montague. Affection makes him false, he speaks not true.
Oh.
Some 20 of them fought in this black strife, but those 20 could kill but one life. I beg for justice, which thou, prince, must give.
Romeo slew Tybalt. Romeo must not live.
Romeo slew her. She slew Mercutio, who now the price of his dear blood doth owe.
Not Romeo. Romeo was Mercutio's friend. His fault we conclude, but what the law should end is the life of Tybalt.
And for that offense, we will immerse. For that offense, we will exile him hence. I have an interest in your hate's proceedings. My blood for your rude brawls doth lie bleeding. I will be deaf to pleading and excuses, nor tears nor prayers will purchase out abuses, therefore use none. Let Romeo hence in haste, else that hour is his last. Bear forth this body, attend our will. Mercy but murders, pardoning those that kill.
Or such a wagoner as me would whip you to the west and bring in cloudy night immediately. Oh, come night, come loving black-browed night, and give me my Romeo. And when I shall die, cut his face out into little stars, and he shall make the face of the heavens so fine that all the world will pay no attention tonight and pay no worship to that garnished sun. I have bought a mansion of love and not possessed it. No, I'm sold, not yet enjoyed. So tedious is this day as the day before some festival to an impatient child that hath new robes and may not wear them. Oh God, here comes my nurse, and she brings news, and every tongue that speaks but Romeo's name speaks heavenly eloquence. Nurse, come. What says my lover? Those the cords he bids you fetch?
The cords.
Nurse, why dost thou wring thy hands?
Dad. We are undone, gone, killed, Dad.
Can heaven be so envious?
Heaven can, but Romeo cannot. Oh, Romeo. Who would have ever thought it, Romeo?
Devil art thou that dost torment me thus? This torture should be roared in dismal hell. Hath Romeo slain himself? Say thou but I, and I shall poison more than the death-darting eye of cockatrice. For eye of that eye would there be such an eye? Or those eyes shut that make me answer I. Be not so long to speak. Brief sounds determine my weal or woe.
Tybalt, the best friend I've ever had. Honest, gentle woman. That ever I should love to see thee dead.
Is Romeo dead and Tybalt slain? The dreadful trumpet sound of general doom, for who is living if those two are gone?
Tybalt is gone, and Romeo is banished. Romeo that killed her, he is banished.
Did Romeo's hand shed Tybalt's blood?
It did. Alas, the day it did.
Serpent heart hid with a flowering face! Did ever a dragon keep so fair a cave? Beautiful tyrant, being angelical, divine substance of divinest show. That deceit should dwell in such a gorgeous palace.
There is no honesty in men. All perjured, all forsworn, all not, all disassemblers. Where's my man? I need some aqua vitae. These griefs, these woes, these sorrows make me old. Shame come to Romeo.
Blistered be thy tongue for such a wish. Upon his brow, shame is shame to sit. So monarch of the universe and earth, what a beast was I to chide at him. But wherefore, villain, didst thou kill my cousin? That villain cousin would have killed my husband. Oh, back, you foolish tears, back to your native spring, for your tributary drops belong to woe, which you mistaken offer up to joy. Romeo lives, that Tybalt would have slain, and Tybalt is dead, that would have slain my husband. All of this is comfort, wherefore I weep then. With some word there was, pressed upon my mind, like damn guilty deeds in sinners' minds, that banished, that one word banished, slain 10,000 Tybalts. Tybalt's death was well enough if it had ended there, or sour woe delights in fellowship and must needly be ranked in other griefs. Why not follow in which he said, Tybalt is slain, thy father, or thy mother, or nay, or both, which modern lamentation might have moved. Where is my father and mother, nurse?
Weeping and wailing over Tybalt's corse. Will you go to them? I will bring you thither.
Wash they his wounds with tears? Mine shall be spent when theirs are dry for Romeo's banishment. Let's take up those cords. Poor ropes. You are beguiled, both you and I, for Romeo is exiled. He made you for a highway to my bed, but I, a maid, thy maiden widowed, and death, not Romeo, take my maiden head!
Hie you to your chamber. I will go to Romeo. I watch well where he is. He is hid at Lawrence's cell. He will be here to comfort you at night.
I'll give this ring to my true knight, and bid him give me his last farewell.
Romeo! Come forth, thou fearful man! Affliction is enamored to thy heart, and thou art wedded to calamity.
Father, what news? What news did I not know yet?
Too familiar is my dear son with such sour company. I bring thee tidings of the prince's doom.
Nothing short of doomsday could be the prince's doom.
A gentler judgment vanished from his lips. Not body's death, but body's banishment.
Banished? Oh, be merciful. Exile hath more terror in his look. Do not say banishment.
Hence from Verona art thou banished. Be patient, for the world is broad and wide.
There are no world without Verona walls, but purgatory, torture, hell itself. Calling banishment death, if thou cuts my head off with a golden axe and smiles upon the stroke that murders me.
Deadly sin, oh rude unthankfulness. Thy fault our law calls death. But the kind prince, taking thy part, hath brushed aside the law, and turn that black word death into exile. This is dear mercy, and thou seest it not.
This is torture, not mercy. Heaven is where Juliet lives, where all the dogs and mice and every unworthy creature may look upon her, but Romeo may not, for he is banished. Hast thou no sharp ground knife or poison mixed or any other quick means of death, but banished? How hast thou the heart to mingle me with that word banished?
Thou fallen madman, hear me speak a little.
Thou wilt talk some more of banishment.
I'll give thee armor to keep off that word. Adversity's sweet milk philosophy, to comfort thee, though thou art banished. Arise, one knocks. Good Romeo, hide thyself.
Not I, unless heartsick can hide me from eyes.
Hark how they knock. Stay a while. Romeo, stand up. Arise, thou wilt be taken. Run to my study. By and by. God's will, what simpleness is this? I come. Who knocks so hard? Whence come you? What's your will?
Let me in, and you shall know my errand. I come from Lady Juliet.
Welcome, then.
Holy Friar, tell me, Holy Friar, where is my lady's lord? Where is Romeo?
There on the ground, with his own tears made drunk.
Even so is in my mistress's case, just in her case. She lies weeping and blubbering and weeping. Stand up, and you be a man. For her sake, rise and stand. Why should you fall into so deep an oath?
Oh, nurse.
Sir, death's the end of all.
Thou speakest of Juliet? How is it with her? Oh, I bet she'd think me an old murderer, now that I've stained the childhood of our joy with the blood of her kinsman.
She falls down, and then starts up again. And on Tybalt calls, and on Romeo cries, and then falls down again.
That name, as if it were shot from the deadly level of a gun, did murder her, as it did her kinsman. Oh, Friar, tell me what vital part of this anatomy doth my name lodge. Tell me that hast sacked this hateful mansion.
Hold thy desperate hand. Art thou a man? Thy form cries out thou art. Thy tears are womanish, and thy wild acts denote the unreasonable fury of a beast. Unseemly woman in a seeming man, or ill-beseeming beast in seeming both. Hast thou slain Tybalt? And wilt thou slay thyself? And slay thy lady, that in thy life lives by doing damn hate upon thyself? Why railest thou on thy birth, the heaven and earth, when birth and heaven and earth, all three do meet in thee at once, which thou at once wouldst lose? What roused thee, man? Thy Juliet is alive, for whose dear sake thou wast but lately dead. There art thou happy. Tybalt would kill thee, yet thou slewest Tybalt. There art thou happy too. The law, which threatened death, becomes thy friend and turns it to exile. There art thou happy. A pack of blessings light upon thy back. Happiness courts thee in her best array. But like a misbehaved and sullen wench, thou pountest on thy fortune and thy love. Go, get thee to thy love, as was decreed. Ascend her chamber hence, and comfort her. But look thou stay not till the watch be set, for then thou cannot pass to Mantua, where thou wilt live till we can find a time to blaze your marriage, reconcile your friends, beg pardon of the prince, and call thee back with 20, 100,000 times more joy than thou wentst forth in lamentation. Go before, nurse, commend me to thy lady. Bid her hasten all the house to bed, which heavy sorrow makes them apt unto. Romeo is coming.
I could have stayed here all night for learning. What learning is. I'll tell my lady he will come.
Oh, too soon. Bid my sweet prepare to chide.
Here, sir, a ring she bade me gave you, sir. Hide you, make haste, for it grows very late.
Oh, how my comfort is revived by this.
Go hence. Good night. and here stands all your state. Either be gone before the watch be set, or by the break of day disguised from hence.
It's but a joy past the joy that calls on me. It is but a grief so brief that I may part with thee. Farewell.
Things have fallen out, sir, so unluckily that we have had no time to move our daughter. Look here, she loved her kinsman Tybalt dearly. So did I. Well, we were born to die. 'Tis late, sir. Shall not come down tonight. I promise you, but for your company, I would have been abed an hour ago.
These times of woe afford no soon to woo. Madam, commend me to you about it. Good night.
I will, and know her mind early tomorrow. Tonight she's mute up with attendance.
Sir Paris, I will make a desperate tender of my child's love. I think she will be ruled in all respects by me. Nay, more, I doubt it not. Go you to her ere you go to bed. Acquaint her with my son Paris's love, and bid her, mark me, on Wednesday next. Soft, what day is this?
Oh. Monday, my lord.
Monday? Well, Wednesday is too soon then. A Thursday be it then. A Thursday, tell her, she shall be married to this noble earl. Will you be ready? Do you like this haste? We'll keep no great ado, a friend or two. For, mark you, Tybalt being slain so late, it may thought we held her carelessly, being our kinsmen if we revel much. Therefore we shall have half a dozen friends, but there and then. But what say you to Thursday?
My lord, I would that Thursday were tomorrow.
Well, get you gone then. A Thursday be it then. Go to Juliet ere you go to bed. Prepare her up against this wedding day. Farewell, my lord.
Light to my chamber, ho!
Lord, by faith, it is so late we may call it early by and by. Good night.
So, it is not yet daylight. It was the nightingale and not the lark that pierced the fearful hollow of my heart.
It was the lark, the herald of the morn, no nightingale. Look how the envious streaks lace the clouds in yonder east, and the sunshine dances tiptoe on the mountaintops. I must live and go or stay and die.
Yon light is not daylight. I know it, Mac. It is some meteor that the sun hails to light thee on thy way to Mantua. Therefore, stay, yet thou needst not be gone.
Let me be taken. Let me be put to death. I'm content if thou wilt have it so. Oh, welcome, death. Juliet wills it so. Oh, how is it, my soul? Let us talk. It is not yet day.
It is. Hide thee hence. Be gone away. For it was the night, the lark, that pierced the fearful hollow of thine ears.
More light and light, more dark and dark our woes.
Madam,
Yes.
your mother comes to your chamber. The day is broke. Be wary. Look about.
And window, let day in and let life out.
Farewell. One kiss and I'll descend.
Promise me, I shall hear from me every day in the hour. For in an hour there are many days. This rate, it should be much in the years ere I begin to behold my Romeo.
I will wait every day to hear from you.
Methinks I have an ill-defined soul. I must think I see thee as one of the bottom of the tomb. Either my eyesight fails me or thou lookst pale.
Oh, believe me, dear, in my eyes so do you. A dry sorrow drinks our blood. Adieu, adieu.
Fortune. All men call thee fickle. If thou art fickle, what hast thou to do with men who so renowned for faith? But be fickle, Fortune. I hope that you would not keep him long, but send him back.
Daughter, are you up?
Who's that calls? Is it my lady mother? Is she not down so late or up so early? What unaccustomed cause befores her hither?
Why, how now, Juliet?
Madam, I am not well.
Evermore weeping your cousin's death. What, wilt thou wash her from her grave with tears? And if thou couldst, thou could not make her live. Therefore have done. Some grief shows much love, but much grief shows still some want of wit.
Cannot help but weep the loss.
So shall you feel the loss, but not the friend which you weep for.
Feeling so the loss, I shall ever weep the friend.
That's because the traitor murderer lives.
Ay, madam, in these mine hands, I would but I could bear the love I bore my cousin onto the body of heathen slaughter.
We will have vengeance for it, fear thou not. I'll send one in man to where that same banished renegade doth live. Shall give him such an unaccustomed dram he will soon keep Tybalt company. And then I hope thou will be satisfied.
Indeed, I never shall be satisfied with Romeo until I behold him dead. My heart, so a kinsman vexed. Thou could find one, but to bear poison I would temperate, just so Romeo could soon sleep in quiet for what he has done to my cousin.
Find me the means and I'll find thou such a man. But now, I tell thee joyful tidings, girls.
Joy comes in such a needy time. Madam, I pray, what is it?
Well, thou have a careful father-child, one who to put thee from thy heaviness, have sorted out a sudden day of joy that thou expectst not nor I look not for.
Madam, in happy time, what day is that?
Mary, my child, early next Thursday morn, the gallant young and noble parish shall happily make thee a joyful bride.
By St. Peter and Peter's church, I shall not be made there a joyful bride. I wonder at this haste, which I must be married ere husband comes to woo. Madam, I promise you, I would sooner marry Romeo, whom you know I hate. Rather than perish, this is news indeed.
Here comes your father. Tell him so yourself, and see how he will take it at your hands.
When the sun sets, the air doth drizzle dew, but for the sunset of my brother's child, it rains downright.
Hans, a convert girl.
What, still in tears, evermore showering? In one little body thou counterfeits a bark, a sea, a wind. For still thy eyes, which I may call the sea, do ebb and flow with tears. The bark thy body is, sailing in this salt flood. The winds, which I call thy sighs, raging with thy tears, and they with them, without sudden calm, will overset thy tempest-tossed body. How now, wife? Have you delivered to her our decree?
I but she will none, she gives you thanks. I would the fool would marry to her grave.
Take me with you, wife. How, will she none? Does she not give us thanks? Is she not proud? Does she not count herself blessed, unworthy as she is, that we have brought so worthy a gentleman to be her bridegroom?
Proud I can never be of what I hate, but thankful for hate that is meant in love.
How now? Chopped logic, what is this? Proud and I thank you, and I thank you not, and yet not proud? Mistress Minion, proud me no proud, nor thank me no thankings, but fettle your fine joints against next Thursday to go with Paris to St. Peter's Church, or I will drag thee on a hurdle thither! Out, you green sickness carrion! Out, you baggage! You tow face!
Sci-Fi, what are you, mad?
Father, I do beseech thee, hear me speak but a word.
Hang the young baggage! Disobedient wretch! I tell thee what, get thee to church a Thursday, or never after look me in the face. Speak not, reply not, do not answer me! My fingers itch. Wife, we scarce thought us blessed that God had lent us but this only child. But now I see this one is too much, that we have a curse in having her. Out on her hill!
You are to blame, my lord, to rate her so.
And why, my lady Wisdom? Hold your tongue! Spend your gossips, go!
I speak no treason, sir.
Oh, God, you garden!
May one not speak?
Peace, you mumbling fool! Audio gravity over a gossip's bowl, for here we need a knot!
You are too hot.
God's bread, it makes me mad! Day, night, hour, ride, time, work, play, alone, in company, still my care hath been to have her matched. And having now provided a gentleman of noble parentage, of fair demesnes, youthful and nobly allied, stuffed, as they say, with honorable parts, proportioned as once thou would wish a man, and then to have a wretched, killing fool, a whining marmot, and a fortune's tender to answer, I'll not wed, I cannot love, I am too young, I pray you pardon me! But you will not wed, I'll pardon. Grace where you will, you shall not house with me. Look, think on it, I do not use to jest. Thursday is near, lay hand on heart, advise. And you be mine, I'll give you to my friend. And you be not, hang, beg, starve, die in the streets, for by my soul I'll never acknowledge thee, nor what is mine shall never do thee good. Trust not, bethink you, I'll not be forsworn!
Does nothing in the heavens see me at the bottom of my grief? Oh, mother, cast me not away. Delay this marriage for a week, a month even, please. For make that bridal bed in that dim monument where Tybalt lies.
Talk to me not, for I will speak not a word. Do as thou wilt, for I have done with thee.
Have thou not a word of joy? Comfort, nurse, please. How shall this be prevented?
Faith, here it is. Romeo is banished, and all the world to nothing that he dares near come back to challenge you. For if he does, it must needs be by stealth. So, as the case now stands as it doth, I think it best you married with the county. He's a good gentleman. An eagle, madam, hath not so fair, so green, so quick an eye as Paris hath. For sure, my heart, I think you are happy in this second match, for it excels your first. For if it did not, your first is as good as dead, as you living here and of no use to him.
Speakest thou from my heart?
And my soul, or else beshrew them both.
Amen.
What?
Thou hast comforted me marvelous much. Tell my mother I have gone to shift to be absolved.
Mary, and this is wisely done.
Ancient damnation! O most wicked fiend! Is it more sin to wish me thus forsworn, or to dispraise my Lord with that same tongue he had praised him with so many thousand times? Go, counselor! Henceforth thou and my bosom shall be twain. I'll to the friar to know his remedy, or else I have power to die.
on Thursday, sir. The time is very short.
My father Capulet will have it so, and I am nothing slow to slack his haste.
And you say you do not know the lady's mind. Uneven is the course. I like it not.
Immoderately she weeps for Tybalt's death, and therefore have I little talked of love. For Venus smells not in a house of tears. Now, sir, my father counts it danger she do give her sorrow so much sway, and in his wisdom haste our marriage, to stop the inundation of her tears, which too much minded by herself alone may be put from herself. Now, do you see the reason for this haste?
Would I knew not why it should be slowed. Ah, look, sir, here comes the lady toward my side.
Happily met, my lady, my wife.
That may be, sir, when I may be your wife.
That may be, must be love on Thursday next.
What must be shall be.
That's a certain text.
Come you to make confession to this father?
Come to that I should confess to you.
Do not deny to him that you love me.
I'll not deny to you that I love him.
So will ye. I am sure that you love me.
If that be true, it is of more price said to you behind your back than to your face.
Poor soul, thy face is much abused with tears.
Thy face has little victory in that, for it was bad enough before their spite.
Thou wrongest more than tears with that report.
It is not slander which is true, and what I spake it to my face.
Thine face is mine, and thou hast slandered it.
That may be true, for it is not mine own. Are you at leisure, Holy Father, now, or shall I wait until evening mass?
My leisure serves me, pensive daughter, now. My lord, we must entreat the time.
God's shield should I disturb devotion. Juliet, on Thursday early will I rouse ye. Until then, adieu. Take this holy kiss.
Oh, shut the door, and when thou hast done so, come and weep with me, past hope, past fear, past hell.
Oh, Juliet, I already know thy grief. It strains me past the compass of my wits. I hear thou must, and nothing may prorogue it, on Thursday next be married to this captive.
Oh, friar, tell me not that thou hearest to this, unless thou may tell me how I may prevent it. If in thy wisdom, if thou can gives no help, do thou but call my resolution wise, and with this knife I will help it presently.
Hold, daughter, I do spy a kind of hope which craves as desperate an execution as that is desperate which we would prevent. If, rather than to marry County Paris, thou hast the strength of will to slay thyself, then it is likely thou wilt undertake a thing like death to chide away the shame that copes with death himself to escape from it. And if thou darest, I'll give thee remedy.
Bid me leap rather than marry Paris off battlements of yonder tower. I will do things, anything to stay an unstained wife to my sweet love.
Hold then. Go home. Be married. Give consent to marry Paris. Wednesday is tomorrow. Tomorrow night, look that thou lie alone. Let not the nurse lie with thee in thy chamber. Take thou this vial. Being then in bed, this distilled liquor drink thou all, when presently through all thy veins shall run a cold and drowsy humor, for no pulse shall keep his native progress, but surcease. Now, when the bridegroom in the morning comes to rouse thee from thy bed, there art thou dead. And, as the custom is, in thy best array, uncovered on the bier, thou shalt be borne to that same ancient vault where all the kindred of the Capulets lie. Meantime, against thou shalt awake, Romeo shall by my letters know our drift, and hither shall he come, and he and I will watch thy waking. and that very night shall Romeo bear thee hence to Mantua. And this shall free thee from this present shame, if no inconstant toy nor womanish fear abate thy valor in the acting.
Give me, tell me not of fear.
Go then. Be strong and prosperous in this resolve. I'll send a friar with speed to Mantua with my letters to thy lord.
Love give me strength, and strength shall help before. Thank you, Holy Father.
So many guests invite us here on it. Sarah, go hire me 20 cunning cooks.
You shall have none ill, sir, for I'll try myself to see if they shall lick their finger.
How canst thou try them, sir?
Marry, sir, 'tis an ill cook that does not lick his own finger. Therefore, that does not lick his own finger, fare not well with me.
Go, be gone. We shall be much unfurnished for this time. What? Is my daughter gone to Friar Lawrence?
I forsooth.
Well, he may chance do some good on her. A peevish, self-willed harlotry it is.
See how she comes from shrift with merry look.
How now, my headstrong? Where have you been getting?
At Friar Lawrence's cell, where I have learned me to sin, disobedient opposition to you and your behests. I fall prostrate here to beg you. Pardon me. Pardon, I beseech thee. Henceforth I am ever ruled by you.
Send for the county. Go tell him of this. I'll have this knot knit up tomorrow morning.
I did meet the youthful county at Lawrence's cell, where I gave him what unbecoming love I might not o'erstep in the bounds of modesty.
Why, I am glad of it. This is well. Stand up. It's as it should be. Let me see the county. Aye, Mary. Go fetch him hither, I say. Now, afore God, this holy reverend friar, our whole city is much bound to him.
Nurse, will you go with me into my closet to help sort such needful ornaments as you see fit for tomorrow?
No, not till Thursday. There's time enough.
Go, nurse, go with her. We'll to church tomorrow.
We shall be short in our provision. 'Tis now near night.
Tush, I will stir about, and all things shall be well, I warrant thee, wife. Go you to Juliet and help deck up her. I'll not to bed tonight. Let me alone. I'll play the housewife for this once. This is all forth. I will lend myself to County Paris and prepare him against tomorrow. My heart is wondrous light, since the same wayward girl is so reclaimed.
These attires shall be best. I pray thee, nurse, let me stay up myself tonight, for I am in need of many horizons to move the heavens upon my state, which thou well knowest is cross and full of sin.
Are you up? Need you my help?
No, madam. We have procured all that we need for tomorrow's festivities. Now, why not take the nurse to your help tonight? I'm sure you have need, all this so sudden business.
Get thee to bed and rest, for thou hast need it.
Good night. God knows when we shall meet again. Oh, thick, cold fear thrills up my veins. It almost freezes up the heat of life. Shall I call them back to comfort me? What should she do here? This is my dismal scene. I needs must act alone. Come, vile. Romeo? Romeo, Romeo, here's drink. I drink to thee.
Hold, take these keys and fetch more spices, nurse. They call for dates and quinces in the pastry.
Come, stir, stir, stir! The second cock hath thrown. The curfew bell is rung. 'Tis 3 o'clock. Look to the baked meats, good Darren. Spare not for cost.
Go, you hot queen, go. You'll be ill in the morning for this night's watching.
No, not a whit. What? I've watched her now all night for lesser cause I've never been sick.
Aye, thou have been a mouse hunt in your time, but I will watch you from such watching now.
A jealous hood, a jealous hood! Sir, what are these?
These for the cook, sir, though I know not what.
Aye, make haste, make haste. Sir, go fetch some drier logs. Call Peter, they'll show you where they are.
I have a head for finding logs, sir, and they know never to bother Peter for the matter.
Masson, well said, Mary Horston. Thou shalt be a loggerhead. Good faith, 'tis day. The county will be with music straight, so he said. I hear him now. What, wife? Nurse, what ho? What? Nurse, I say! Go awaken Juliet and trim her up. I'll chat with County Paris. Aye, make haste, make haste! The bridegroom has come already! Make haste, I say!
Mistress, what's mistress? Juliet, fast I warrant her. Why lamb, why ladybird? Oh, you slug a bed. What? Dressed and down again? Needs must wake you. Lady. Lady. Lady? Alas! Alas! My lord! My lady! What noise is here? What's the matter? Oh, lamentable day! Oh, me! My daughter! Revive, look up, or I will die with thee! Help! Call help!
For shame! Bring Juliet forth! Her lord is gone!
Dad! Deceased! She's dead! Alack the day, she's dead! She's dead!
Let me see her. Alas, she is cold. Her blood is settled and her joints are stiff. Death lies on her like timely frost upon the sweetest flower of the field.
Oh, lamentable day! A woeful time!
Death hath taken her hence to make me wail. ties my tongue and will not let me speak.
Come, is the bride ready to go to church?
Ready to go, but never to return. Son, on the day of thy wedding, death lay with thy bride. Here she is, flower she is, deflowered by him. Death is my son-in-law. Death is my heir. 'Tis death she hath wedded. I will die and leave all deaths. Life, living all deaths.
Have I thought to seek this morning's face? And doth it give me such a sight as this?
Accursed, unhappy, wretched, hateful day! The most miserable day that e'er time saw upon the lasting labor of his pilgrimage. But one poor loving child to rejoice and solace in, and cruel death hath captured from my sight.
Oh, woeful day. Never was seen day so black as this. Oh, hateful day.
Beguiled, divorced, wronged, spited, slain, most detestable death, by thee quite overthrown, by cruelty quite overthrown. O love, O life, not life but love in death.
Despised, distressed, hated, martyred, killed. Uncomfortable time, why camest thou now to murder? Murder our solemnity. Oh, child! Oh, child! My soul and not my child, dead art thou! Alas, my child is dead! And with my child, my choice.
Peace, oh, for shame. Confusion's cure lives not in these confusions. She's not best married that lives married long. She's best married that dies married young. Come, heaven and yourself had part in this fair maid. Now heaven hath all, and all the better it is for the maid. Your part in her you could not keep from death, but heaven keeps his part in eternal life. Stick your rosemary on the fair course, and as the custom is, bear her to church. Come, come.
All things that we ordained festival turn from their office to black funeral. Our instruments to melancholy bells. Our wedding cheer a sad burial feast. Our solemn hymns to sullen dirges change. Our bridal flowers served a buried course. All things, change them to the contrary.
Sir, go you in, and madam, go with him. And go, Sir Paris, everyone prepare to follow this fair course unto her grave. The heavens have lowered upon you for some ill. Move them no further by crossing their high will.
I may trust the flattering eye of sleep. My dreams press us some joyful news at hand. My bosom's Lord sits lightly in his throne. With me, how sweet is love itself possessed, when but love's shadows are so rich in joy.
Romeo!
News from Verona. How now, Balthazar? Oh, how doth my lady, for if she is well, nothing can be ill.
Then she is well, and nothing can be ill. Her body rests in Propel's monument. Her immortal part with angels lives. I saw her laid low in King Philip's lawn. monument. I came in post to tell you. Forgive me for bearing this bad news, but you did leave it for my office.
Even so? Then I defy you, stars! Thou knowest my lodging. Get me ink and paper, and hire post horses. I will hence tonight.
Have patience, Romeo. Your face offers some misadventure.
Do the thing I bid thee do. Hast thou no letters from the friar?
No.
Get thee gone. I will be with thee straight. I must find the apothecary. What ho, apothecary?
Who calls so loud?
Come hither, man. I see thou art poor. Here's 40 ducats. I need a dram of poison that the life-weary taker may fall dead, and that the trunk may be discharged of breathless, hasty powder fired from death's fatal wound.
Such mortal drugs I have, but Mantua's law is death to any that utter them.
How art thou so bare and full of wretchedness, with famine in thy cheeks and beggary upon thy back? The world affords no laws to make thee rich, therefore break it. Take this.
My poverty would not my will consent.
And I pay thy poverty and not thy will.
Put this thing in any liquid thing you will, and drink it off. If you had the strength of 20 men, it would dispatch you straight.
Here's thy gold. The worst poison a man's soul, doing more damage than these poor compounds.
Why, this same should be the voice of Sister John. Welcome from Mantua. What says Romeo? Or if his mind be written, give me his letter.
Going to find a barefoot brother-in-law, one of our order to associate me here in the city to see him sick. And finding him, the searchers of the town, suspecting that we were both in the house where the infectious pestilence did reign, sealed up the doors, would not let us through. So my fleet to Mantua there was stay.
Who bear my letter then to Romeo?
I could not send it. Here it is again. Nor could I get a messenger to bring it to you. So fearful they were of infection.
Unhappy fortune! By my brotherhood! This letter was not nice, but full of charge, of dear import, and the neglecting it may do much danger. Sister Joan, go. Give me an iron crow and bring it unto myself.
Yes, brother, go and bring it be.
Now must I to the monument alone. In these 3 hours hence will fair Juliet wake. But I'll ride again to Mantua, and I'll keep her closely at my cell till Romeo can come. Oh, poor living corpse, shut up in a dead man's tomb.
that torch, boy. Yes. Put it out, where I will not be seen. Whistle then as signal that thou hearest something approach. Give me those flowers. Do as I bid thee. Go.
Almost as great to stay here in this churchyard alone. Yet, I will venture.
Oh, sweet flowers. With flowers thy bridal bed I strew. Oh, woe, thy canopy is dust and stones, which sweet water nightly I will do. Or wanting that, tears distill my moans. The obsequies that I for thee will keep, to strew thy grave and weep. Whistle! My ears don't deceive me, my love. What cursed foot wanders this way tonight? To cross my obsequies and true love's right? What? With a torch? Muffle me, night. Ah.
Thou detestable maw, thou womb of death, engorged with the dearest morsel of the earth, I charge thee to open thy jaws, and in despite I crave thee with more food.
Banished Montague, unhallowed toil, vile Montague, stop! Condemned villain, can visions be pursued further than death? I do apprehend thee. Obey and go with me, for thou must die.
Go, get thee gone, and thereafter say a madman's mercy bid thee run away.
I do defy thy conjuration, and apprehend thee for a felon here.
Thou wilt provoke me? Have at thee, boy.
Oh Lord, think my I shall go into the
Oh, I am slain. Thou be merciful. Open the tomb. Lady with Juliet.
Will, let me peruse thy face. Noble count him in Paris. I believe it was my man who said that Paris should have married Juliet. Oh, dear Juliet, how art thou so fair? I will stay with thee, and I will never part with thee again. Paris to my love. And thus, with a kiss, I die.
Saint Francis, be my speed. How oft at night have my old feet stumbled at graves. Who's there? Who is it that so late consorts the dead?
A friend, sir, one you know well.
Oh, bliss be upon you. Tell me, good my friend, what torch is yon that vainly lends its light to grubs and eyeless skulls?
My master went there into the vault, one you know well.
Who is it?
'Tis Romeo, fathers.
How long have ye been there?
At least a full half hour.
Go with me to the vault.
I dared not he threatened me with death if I were to look upon him.
Stay then, I'll go alone. Fear comes upon me. Much I fear some ill unlucky thing. What blood is yon that stains the stony entrance of this sepulchre? What means these masterless and gory swords to lie discolored by this place of peace? Romeo! Romeo? Oh, pale! Who else? Paris, too. What unfortunate hour is guilty of this lamentable chance? The lady stirs.
Oh, come to the fire. Where's my lord? I know well where I should be. And there I am. Where's Romeo?
Lady, come forth from that nest of death, contagion, and unnatural sleep. A greater power than we could contradict have thwarted our intents. Lady, come. My husband in thy bosom there lies dead. And Paris, too. Come, I'll dispose of thee among a sisterhood of holy nuns.
Come,
It's here. The torch doth burn.
Ugh. The ground is bloody. Search about the churchyard. Go, some of you. Where do you find a tatch? Pitiful sight. Here lies the county slain, Juliet bleeding, dead before, warm and new killed. Watch. Contact the prince. Run to the Capulets, raise up the Montagues, send some others to search.
What misadventure is so early up? It brings us from our morning's rest.
What should it be that they so shriek abroad?
Will the people in the street cry Romeo, some Paris and
What fear is this that startles in our ears?
Sovereign, here lies the county Paris slain, Romeo dead, and Juliet warm and new killed.
Search, seek, and know how this foul murder comes.
I bring forth the friar, sir.
This is Romeo's slaughtered Romeo's man and friar, and they came here with tools, instruments upon them to open these dead men's tombs.
Heavens, wife, look how our daughter bleeds. This dagger had mistaken for low on the south empty on the back of Montague's. Is misshaven in our daughter's bosom.
This sight of death is as a bell that warns my old age to a sepulchre.
Come, Montague, for thou art early up to see thy son and heir, more early down.
My liege, my heart is dead tonight. Grief of my son's exile has stopped his breath. What further woes conspire against my age?
Look, and you shall see.
Oh, thou taught! And what madness is in this? To press thy mother before her son's grave?
Seal up the mouth of outrage for a while until we can clear these ambiguities and know their spring, their head, their true descent. And then I will be general of your woes and lead you even to death. Until then, let mischance be slave to patience. Bring forth the parties of suspicion.
I am the greatest, able to do least, yet most suspect is the time and place doth make against me of this direful murder. Here I stand both to impeach and purge, myself condemned and myself excused.
Say what thou dost know in this.
I will be brief, for my short date of breath is not so long as is a tedious tale. Romeo, there dead, was husband to that Juliet, and she there dead that Romeo's faithful wife. I married them, and their stolen marriage day was Tybalt's doomsday, whose untimely death the new-made bridegroom banished from this city. For whom and not for Tybalt, Juliet pined. You, to remove this siege of grief from her, betrothed, would have married her perforce to county Paris. Then come she to me, and with wild look, bid me devise some kind of means to rid her from this second marriage. Then I gave to her, so tutored by my art, a sleeping potion, which took effect as I intended, for it wrought in her the form of death. Meantime, I writ to Romeo, that hither should he come this dire night, to help to take her from her borrowed grave. She which bare my letter, Sister Joan, was stayed by some accident, and yesternight returned my letter. Then came I alone, meaning to take her from her kindred's vault and keep her closely at my cell till I could conveniently send for Romeo. But when I came, some minute ere the time of her waking, here untimely lay the noble Paris and true Romeo dead. She wakes, and I bid her to come forth and bear this work of heaven with some patience, but she being too desperate would not go, and as it seems did violence upon herself. All of this I know, and to the marriage her nurse is privy. And if aught in this miscarried by my fault, let my old life be sacrificed some hour ere its time, under the rigor of severest law.
We still know thee for a holy man. Give me the letter. Where is Romeo's man? What can he say in this?
I brought news of Juliet's death to Mantua, and Romeo came post. I knew not what he intended to do. He threatened me with death if I were to follow him into the vault. He bade me depart. I knew not.
Where is the county's page that raised the watch?
Here, sire. My lord, he came to strew upon flowers upon dear Juliet's grave. And that is when my lord saw him. And that is when the conflict arose. I, too afraid, went forth the watch and called them.
This letter does make good the friar's word. Their course of love, the tidings of her death. He did right that he bought poison of a poor apothecary, to come withal, to lie and die with Juliet. Where be these enemies? Capulet, Montague. See how a scourge is laid upon your hate, that heaven finds means to kill your joys with love. And I, for winking at your discords too, have lost a brace of kinsmen. All are punished.
Sister Montague, give me thy hand. This is my daughter's jointure, for no more can I demand.
But I can give thee more. For I will raise Juliet's statue in pure gold, that while everyone in Verona by that name is known. For there no figure at such rank be set, of that is true and faithful Juliet.
As shall Romeo's by his fair ladies lie, poor sacrifices far remedy.
A gloomy peace what this morning brings. The sun in its sorrow will not raise his head. Go forth and talk more of these sad things. Some will be punished, others pardoned. For never was there a story of more woe than this of Juliet and her Romeo.
Hey, Heather.
Heather, you've put a lot of work in to get this show to where it is. Thank you. We're all incredibly grateful for your visage, for your imagination on this show, and all of the time and effort and opportunity that you've put into this show. And we really appreciate that, and we appreciate the strength of character that you have because you created such a unique and different show with such an old-time piece. And we really appreciate you, and we want to honor you.
There's a reason I sit back there. Thank you all for coming. We'll be posting auditions for our next show soon. We hope you enjoyed yourselves.
Yes.
Lights will be going up. We're going to try and do it gradually because they're a little bright. But thank you so much. Thanks, everybody.
Good job.